Hello, in this lesson what we're going to do is we're going to combine the read and write from the console with an if statement. Our learning outcomes will be, again, how we can capture numeric data from the console, but this time we're going to use an if statement with the data entered. Okay, so let's go over to the code and just see how we can do that now. Here we are at the code. Again, this the one I'm looking at here is an exercise I done earlier on, int A and B, which we read in from the console. And again, we multiplied these numbers together and then wrote out the answer. I'm just going to delete this. As I said, the topic of this lesson is how we can use an if statement to kind of validate the numbers that we put in. Okay, so let's do this again. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put it in my my for construct first. Now the reason I do this is basically so I don't forget to put in a brace along the way later on. Okay, so I'm going to have an if else, so that's how it's going to look. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the condition. And the condition will be, well, if A, okay, is less than, okay, so I'll put my less than symbol, or equal to 15. Okay, well then again I can do something here. I'll do a console.writeLine here. Okay, the condition, if the condition is met, we'll then do something. The number you entered, entered, spelling it out, E-R-E-D, this is typing and talking. Okay, the number entered was what it was. I'm going to put in the number entered. Okay, which is 0. Okay, tells that. I'll just show you what I'm doing here. The number entered and meets and is less than 15. Okay. So what I'm doing here, and then the one I want to put in there is A. Okay, so what I'm saying here, if the condition is met, if A is less than 15, okay, well then this is going to be executed. The number was and is less than 15. Okay. Again, I'm going to copy this for the else statement. Okay, and so if the number wasn't okay, if the number entered was and is more than, okay, more than 15. Okay, so I have an if and an else there with that. Okay, I'm just going to just comment out B because I won't need the B here. I'll just need A to be read in. Okay, I also won't need answer B there. Okay, so we'll just have int A at the very top. Okay, my mistake there. I'm just looking at all the red squiggly lines. Sorry, I had 4 there. That's just jumping ahead of myself. Okay, so if is what I wanted there. So if A is less than 15, okay, we'll have the console. So if the condition is met, so I type in A, and if it's a numeric that is less than 15, well then, or an integer less than 15, well then the number entered was, say 5, okay, is less than 15, okay, or else it's going to bring in the number was more than 15. Okay, so we can see which part of the code is being executed here. So let's run this. Okay, so there's my code running. So enter the first number. So let's get the true condition met first. So if I enter in 5, now 5 is now being assigned to the variable A. it goes into the if statement. The number entered was 5 and is less than 15. So the true part has evaluated correct. Okay, I'm just going to run that again. Okay, enter, this time I'll enter 33. Okay, and the number entered was 33 and is more than 15. Okay, so we can see the if else has kicked in there as well. I can actually bring in my B now, so I'll just uncomment that. Okay, remember I need int A and B. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm going to put in the or the and here. So if A is less than 15, and so the ampersand is the and there, and B, okay, is greater than symbol 20. Okay, so therefore A has to be less than 15. Okay, and B has to be more than 20 for it to evaluate. Okay, so the number was, and okay, I'll put in the string format here. Okay, I'll do the same here. Okay, and I'll add this variable now to the end of these statements. So A and B and B. Okay, so let's look at the code there. I'm just going to turn off Internet Explorer properties there so you can see the full view of it there. Okay, so again, when I use the and, which is ampersand, both sides, both conditions have to be met before this executes. Okay, if either or one of the conditions is not met, this is going to execute. Okay, less than. Okay, I just take out this part. Okay, and I'll put in true. Okay, I'll just take out this and put in false. Just so we know straight away how it's looking at when we run the code. So if I put in there, okay, let's put in enter the first number. Okay, I'll make that correct. Okay, so A is less than or equal to 15, so we'll put in 5. Okay, enter second number, it has to be greater than 20, so I'll put in 66. Okay, and you can see the number entered was 5 and 66, and it evaluated to true. Okay, let's run that again. Okay, but this time I'll do one of them right, so I'll put in 5 again for A. Okay, but this time B has to be greater than 20, so what I'll do is I'll put in 4. Okay, and you can see there the number was 5 and 4 and it evaluated to false. Okay, so again, this is using numerics on how we can it's going to start off and how we can start using the numerics throughout our programming as the course goes on. Thank you for your attention.